Well, we talk a lot about AI on this show. We talk about it in education and in entertainment, and now we're examining AI in weather forecasting. From a series of new AI weather prediction models, AI is spurring a revolution in meteorology and in some cases proving to be faster, more detailed, and cheaper to produce. For a closer look at what this means for the future of weather forecasts, I'm joined this morning by Anne-Marie Mediwake, professor with the School of Meteorology at the University of Oklahoma. Good morning.
Good morning.
So how are these AI weather models different than what's being used previous?
The current ones are built on basically emulating the laws of physics, and they are built using what you could consider Minecraft cubes or Lego cubes. They're just cubes that are all talking to each other. Each one of them has laws of physics, and they're having to pass the information from the different cubes to each other. The AI weather models are trained on 50 or 60 years of historical data, and they just learn to mimic, given what they've seen in the past, what they're going to see in the future.
I learned from researching in this story, there's a saying, all models are wrong, but some are useful. So in the case of AI weather prediction models, which are the most useful?
Oh, that's a tricky question. They're different models that are working on different questions. You know, I saw that you were going to talk about hurricanes, and the Google DeepMind model is great on hurricanes, but you know, there are other models that are doing well at looking at large-scale temperature shifts and things like that. So it's more about what they're focusing on.
And what excites you about this development?
Well, I've been working on AI for weather for 20 years, so I'm really excited to see it come to fruition and see it helping people and really making a difference. And I'm excited about what the future is going to bring us, because this gives us the real possibility to be able to give us personalized forecasts, heavily hyper-personalized forecasts.
When you say hyper-personalized, what do you mean by that? Describe that.
You know, what you just saw, I just watched your morning forecast that came on, and you're giving a broad forecast for everybody in a general region. But what if people in that region have different needs? They're farmers, or they have a specific small business that needs to react to the weather in a specific way. They could get a forecast that's personalized to them, that tells them this is what you need to do. The hurricanes give a good example, because some people need to evacuate from hurricanes earlier than others. And so, you know, I think that AI is giving us the promise that we can do that.
Now you've made me excited about it, too. Talking about Google's DeepMind AI hurricane model, as you pointed out, it was exceptionally strong at tracking and predicting the intensity. Outside of data, how does that help? Give us more of a description of how it helps on the ground when you have that kind of detailed information.
Well, it helps you prepare, and it helps you prepare more in advance. If you know that the model is doing well and it's predicting that the formation of the hurricane is going to happen a day or two before all the other models, you have that much more time to get that information out there and to get resources in place. It's not like we're going to stop the hurricanes. Right. But if we know that it's about to be a Category 5, which in the case of Melissa, this one was able to predict that it was going to intensify to a Category 5 faster than all the other models, then you can put the resources in place to help people survive it more.
And in cases like this, timing is everything in terms of evacuations and preparation.
Yes.
If certain AI weather models are proving to be more efficient, should we expect to see them integrated into official national hurricane forecasts going forward? Right now, my understanding is they're not.
You know, I think that they are being used just unofficially right now, right? So the National Hurricane Center, when they put out their information on each hurricane this year, they actually referenced the Google DeepMind model a bunch. So they have these write-ups that they put out. You see probably primarily the graphics that are coming out, like here's the spaghetti plot of what they think the tracks are going to be. But in the write-up where they talk about the intensification and what it's going to do, they talked about the Google DeepMind model. So it's getting used. Is it used officially yet? Not necessarily, right? Because it's not officially labeled as an operational model. Right. But it's there. And I think that that's the case for other AI models in other problems as well.
You know, when I first saw the headline of this story, I looked over at our meteorologist and I made a face like, is this a replacement? And she said, no, this is really exciting. This is a great tool. So how does this help meteorologists and meteorology going forward?
It's definitely not a replacement, right? It's another model, and perhaps a stronger model, but is it going to be perfect? That gets back to the quote from earlier. All models are wrong, some of them are useful. I think it's going to be more useful. It's going to give them more information, and one of the other cool things it can do is give them more information quickly. That's one of the other advantages of AI, is it might take a while to train, but once you have a trained model, it runs really quickly. And so if you can imagine that you could ingest observations quickly, you can get an answer of whatever storm you're trying to track, the hurricane, the tornadoes, whatever, are going to do much more quickly.
Oh, it's the speed and the detail that is so exciting.
Yes.
Anne-Marie Mediwake, professor with the School of Meteorology at the University of Oklahoma. Great conversation this morning. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.